ちょっと作業を見学させてもらってもいい？ちょっと作業を。指揮官さん、仕事が残ってるみたいだけど、終わらせなくていいのかな？学校か。私も故郷の島では先生をやってたんだ。正式な教師ってわけじゃなかったから、生徒は小さい子ばかりだったけどね。特殊装備か。いまいちわからないとこも多いけど、素材を使って何かを作ったり強化したりするのは錬金術と通じるところもあるな。ちょっと作業を見学させてもらってもいい？
Hello, my name is Cronus Adair, and this is Atelier Yumia. Oh, excuse me, Azur Lane. Alright, so the Alchemist franchise is back. Hooray! So let's see what's going on. EPS 1A survey. The Alchemist and the Tower of Horizons. It was a regular day, and the Aldous research team was carrying out an important mission deep within a cave. Once we're through this cave, we'll arrive where our survey target is. Let's do this, team. You said the same thing a good while ago. Nina, did it take this long last time you went to this cave? 'Cause I'm starting to think we've gotten lost. This cave is a straight line from start to finish. It would be an achievement to get lost in here. That said, this thick fog was definitely not here the last time. And no bad about an area so concentrated you need Yumia to escort you either, right? Yeah, all things considered, this cave phenomenon strikes me as weird. Do you think we should pause our survey and sort the situation out? Yumia, Nina, I think we might be nearing the exit. I can smell it. There's a humid breeze blowing our way. Wait, humid breeze? But the place we're heading to should be a dry wasteland. Oh well, let's keep moving. We'll figure it out on the other side. Come on, everyone. We're almost there. Alright. I think I'm gonna notch the music down another tad. Alright, EPS 2, a treasure hunt. Well, this looks slightly stormy. It was a regular day, and the treasure hunter duo was pursuing a lead in a stretch of the sea. We're right on the track, yeah. This is the route the merchant ship took to some ancient ruins, trying to avoid the storm. It's been 7 or 8 days now, and we haven't found bloody not anything. Maybe it was a false lead. Ill-founded guesswork makes up the bulk of the information you'll get from the tavern, after all. Why did you take their word for it? You have any idea what it costs to get this information? 3 whole bottles of good arse liquor, that's what. This tip has to be real or I'll be livid. Alright, I'll stick around for another day or two. Hang on a minute. This won't take that long. Look, storm clouds are forming. A storm appearing completely out of nowhere? The exact same thing as what the merchant told us happened. I have a theory. Perhaps you can only reach the ruins during a storm? Haha, there it is! The tip was genuine. Onward, ye brave treasure hunters, through the storm and rain, to a land brimming with treasures. Okay. This is slightly sunnier. It was a gloomy afternoon with foreboding heavy clouds hanging overhead. A team of adventurers was carrying out an important mission. You really did it, Fupo. You got us up on a patrol mission around the permanent surveillance point of the Tower of Illusions. If I brought a hat, I'd tip it for you in respect. Yeah, this brilliant plan of mine was in the works for a long, long time. First, I got Fei Yuan appointed as the secretary, then we schemed together from the inside. And while the commander wasn't looking, that's when we struck. Hold on now, you're saying this patrol mission wasn't ordered by the commander? No, of course it was. The commander just doesn't know it. Yeah. Poor Fei Yuan, our hero and martyr. You've got to adventure extra hard on her behalf. I'm starting to think this adventure team has a pretty reckless inclination. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on you two to make sure you don't do anything wildly dangerous. Sure, good idea. In fact, we could use a goody two-shoes like you to provide camouflage for this grand adventure. Goody two-shoes. Now tag along, adventurers go calling. To the virtual tower we go. No, tower's back. Episode 1-1, Sea of Beginnings. Chapter 1, Sea of Beginnings. Height above sea level, 0 meters. A cerulean sky, white clouds, blue sea, and yellow sands, with great mountains towering towards the heavens. Amongst all of this, the Aldous research team looked on in awe and bewilderment. Flammy, where are we? Flammy's records contain no information on this place. It appears we've entered uncharted territory. How did we end up on the wrong trail? It doesn't look like we just ended up in an unfamiliar place. The cave we used to get here is gone without a trace. It totally is. Doesn't that mean we're, stuck here? A place we know nothing about. Not at all the kind of position you want to be in. Yumia? What is it, Lenja? The man in this place, it feels a little off to me. It feels a little off? Now that you mention it, yeah, something is a little off about it. What does that mean? Is something wrong with the mana here? It's not so bad that I'd say something is wrong, per se. Lammy, can you do a scan? Initiating scan. Scan complete. The mana in this location seems to differ from ordinary mana. Although its specific structural elements cannot be identified, it would be suitable to call this mana pseudo-mana. Talk about a strange place. Hey, there's a ship heading towards us. Looks to be a pirate ship. Pirates? They come in here to steal our stuff. We have no idea what happened, and we know nothing about the place. I think we should run away for now. There's another option. Hit them before they hit us. Items for fighting and items for running. I have both ready to use at any time. Although, is it just me or are they waving at us? Maybe they're the polite kind of pirates? Assuming they're willing to negotiate, I think we should talk to them first. Okay, we'll wait until they make it to land. Meanwhile, Amity, I reckon we've actually reached the ruins. Have gandered the mountains, the sea, and the sky. She's a beaut. Strange. All we did was cut through some fog. Then the storm disappeared, and our surroundings changed completely. Maybe, Just maybe we've hit the jackpot. On another note, there's some people standing on the beach over there. How did they get here before us? Maybe there's some folks living in the ruins? We ought to moor and have a chat with them. Still haven't learned a thing about being cautious, I see. That's because I don't need to be. Come on, then. Let's get onto the shore. Pleasant Sands. Shortly after, the treasure hunters and the research team managed to meet face to face on the shore. After a brief conversation, both sides grew more confused about the place they were in, as well as each other. Ship girls. Lammy, does that ring any bells? Searching. No corresponding entry for this term was found in Flammy's records. I mean, ship girls are warriors who sail the seven seas with their riggings. Everyone knows that. It's strange that you don't. Let me guess. You girls come from another world, perhaps? Oh, God. We're isekai again. Wait, what are you saying? Well, Fortune talked about it once, remember? Don't tell me you've forgotten about that port with the mind-bogglingly powerful cannons. Oh, right, yeah. Blimey. We would have wound up in the same situation, eh? You mean, we wound up in another world? How'd that even happen? Was it because we passed through a concentrated mana-bound area? Something like this wouldn't happen just by passing through a mana-bound area. Must have been due to some bizarre phenomena we don't know about. That would explain why the mana here feels so strange. Sounds like you were right to call it pseudo-mana, Flammy. Of course, Flammy is a super high-spec independent survey assistance device after all. Fortunately, this will make it even harder for us to return home than I expected. Amity, Portsmouth, would you two mind telling us more about this world we're in? Sure we can! First, how about you lassies board our ship and have a rest? Traveling by ship will make it easier to map our surroundings and all. I'm fine with that. What about the rest of you? I've never been on a pirate or treasure hunter ship before. Sounds like interesting, so count me in. Agreed. I'm curious to see what the ships are like in this other world. I wouldn't mind it. So, we good to go? One more thing. I saw a sign that said this beach is named Pleasant Sands, signed by someone named Purity. Oh God, Purity. Do you happen to know anything about this person? Purity? I can't say I do. I see. No worries then. Let's set off. Episode 1-3, The Rocky Beach. Across the cliffs, the adventure team had endured many difficulties, fierce gales, raging waves, heavy fog, and communication cut off. Worse yet, they were still in dire straits. Push on, don't stop! But I can't. I feel like I'm gonna drop dead from exhaustion. What do we do to deserve this horrible string of luck? Are we really gonna die without even having finished this adventure? My head's dizzy, my stomach's rumbling. We're just one step away from victory. All we have to do is get past this reef and we'll be on land. Oh, thank God. Need to rest, and then we can resume our adventure. I'm just wondering, was there always an island in this area? Maybe. I don't know. Not too sure either. Well, whatever. We can ponder that once we've got land beneath our feet. Let's go! Coming together. As a pleasant wind blew around them, the members of the research team looked around on the deck of the Portsmouth Adventure's ship, eyes brimming with curiosity. Alisopolis, Nebula Gardens, Tempesta, sure to sound like an otherworldly story. I mean, they're literally from another world, so it tracks. What's really interesting to me is those riggings that drastically raise your fighting ability. I'm curious how to make one. Yeah, I could even make one for each of us. Sadly, I don't think that's gonna happen. There you are, Nina. Are you done with your chore? Yes, I saw everything there was to see. The idea of ratings really caught my interest. It got me curious, so I asked Amity about the possibility of producing them at scale. And what'd she say? You supposedly cannot use a rating property unless you're a ship girl. Ah, that's a bummer. Also, where's Linja? I heard she volunteered to help investigate a particular phenomenon that Amity discovered. That sounds like her, alright. What was the phenomenon? Apparently, there's a strange, giant structure out there. Amity suspects it's the entrance to some ancient ruins. It's the virtual tower. Ah, and if it really is the entrance, that brings up another step closer to finding the treasure. We're about to head out and do a survey. If you lasses are interested, feel free to come along. Sorry, but I think your priorities are wrong. Focus should be on finding a way home, not on finding treasure. So while we appreciate the offer, we'll have to pass. What? Who said you can't do both at once? When you get thrown into a foreign place, most folks would try to solve the mysteries while looking for a way out, yeah? Now there's this giant ruin ahead of us, and I wager the way out might be in there. Makes sense, eh? That's strangely convincing. Come to think of it, we've had similar experiences while exploring ruins before. Going on a search for treasure hunters, you say? Yumia, Nina, let's give it a shot. Yeah, 1-5 coming together, part 2. The little squad of adventurers has made it to land after enduring numerous hardships. Now, they realize something. 2 vessels were on the horizon. Attention to the sea! There are ships coming towards us. Huh? This looks like sailing ships, don't they? This might sound crazy, but I think we ended up in the Tempesta's world after passing through that storm. Yeah, I've heard they take advantage of storms to travel between places. Yeah, explain the strange landmass and our comms going down. So we're literally adventuring in a new world? Holy cow! That's a crazy twist, but I thought would just be a little trip. Alright, we should totally give them a shout. Ahem! Excuse me, are you with Tempesta? Thus, the Aldous research team, the treasure hunters, and the trio of adventurers all met at the entrance to the ruins. However, their decision to exchange information at this turn led to further confusion. So in short, you and the treasure hunters come from different worlds. But at the same time, you've had many cross-world exchanges in the past. And in your world, visitors from afar like us have been coming kind of in sight. Did I get all that right? More or less. You found out about alchemy through those visitors? Yep, if I remember right, alchemists need some kind of base to do alchemy, right? Yes, the term we use for it is Atelier. Okay, we should go looking for one ASAP. I want to see some silk alchemy in action. I knew you'd say that. To be fair, that's a very normal reaction to have. A handful of conditions must be met for a place to serve as an Atelier. Ideally, it'd be somewhere where I can focus on doing alchemy. Yumia, how about inside these ruins? Let's see. Yes, this looks like the optimal place for it. Pardon for butting in, but there's a sign over there. Is there? Let me see. You're now approaching the entrance area leading to the Sky Nexus Tower. There's no danger, so you can go forward with peace of mind. Signed, Purity. Oh, God. Another sign left by this Purity individual, eh? Huh? Purity? Oh, is someone you know? That's putting it mildly. She's famous in her world for what you'd struggle to find to anyone who doesn't know her. Her name almost always pops up when there's something to do with visitors from another world. And in the adventuring world, she's referred as a goddess. You keep using the word adventure. What do you mean by that? That means a thrilling, action-packed, and supremely stimulating journey into the unknown. A journey into the unknown? In that case, let us be a part of your adventure. Adventure time! Oh, not you two, Yumia. Alright, let's start exploring the entrance area. Sky Nexus Tower entrance area. Beyond a long, narrow passage, the team was faced with an incomprehensible, towering structure. Oh, aye, these ruins are ancient as any I've seen. Typical siren structure. Hey, found another sign here. Let me see it. Go through this path and find a safe and comfy rest area. Dubious. Are you sure we can trust these messages? Yeah, we can. If Purity left a message, then I say it's trustworthy. What lies up ahead? There's only one way to find out. Oh, jeez, it's an apartment. Shortly after, at the safe and comfy rest area. Whoa, this place is so fancy. And it's like nothing on the outside. Hell's bells, the sign was true. I think it was really left by the Purity. There's another one here too. That's one heck of a sign. Takes up the whole wall. So many words, so many little doodles. Why does she go through the trouble of leaving these signs anyway? It's a mystery. Inner workings of Purity's mind are an enigma. For now, let's see what we can discern from her writing. I see. Mostly contains basic info about the tower itself. This place is called the Sky Nexus Tower, and this particular place is the entrance area. It's pretty tall. Most functions of the tower are inoperative, including the elevator. To use the elevator, we need to repair the generator. It says all the clues we need to repair it are in this very room. In this room, could it be that thing that looks like a memory vial? It sticks out so much to me, like the pseudomana did when we got here. Lammy, can you scan its structure for us? Initiating scan. This memory vial structure differs from those of normal ones. However, it exhibits similar data recording functions. It would be suitable to call this memory vial a pseudo-vial. This must be the perfect place for alchemy that we were hoping for. Flammy, can you read that data on the vial? Of course, Flammy is a super high-spec independent survey assistance device after all, so even a pseudo-vial. Yes, we get it. Hurry up, please. Initiating scan. Reading complete. Nothing happened. You're not malfunctioning, are you? Flammy is not malfunctioning. The reason for this playback failure lies in the structure of the pseudo-vial. However, Flammy already imported the data from this pseudo-vial during the scan. There is no cause for concern. So it isn't like the ones we know at all. Well, let's see what you got. A recipe for an energy tutor to repair the elevator. And what's this? A recipe for 4 people's worth of rigging. The rigging isn't something that just anyone can use, is it? You're right in theory, but for some reason, every visitor from other worlds has been able to so far. By the way, people at the port did research on that. Something about reconstruction and matching and... I don't know. It looked too complicated for me to bother reading any of it. That's a shame. It sounds fascinating. Fushun, you strike me as the kind of person who can't stand studying. Don't be silly. Anshan always praises me for my good grades. It's just that studying and doing what you want to do are totally different things. You mean adventure? I totally understand. Come on, Yumia. Let's make our rings already. I want to see how it feels. Sorry, Isla, but there are a few materials I don't recognize in this recipe. I won't be able to make them right now. But I did see the materials for the energy tuner on the way here. If we go back to the beach, we can collect them all. Obtain Sky Nexus Tower Energy Tuner 1 to unlock. Interesting. Atelier has been unlocked. Tap to enter. Crash course in synthesis system. Okay. Tap the recipe needed. You can gather materials from the gathering sites. Oh, minigame. the heck is it that we need? Alright, Skynexus Tower Energy Tuner 1. Okay. Okay.
どうしよう。どうしよう。
Unavailable, please clear the stage first.
どれがいいかな。使えそうなのは。どれがいいかな。
Okay. Base building. Okay, events. Milestone. Okay. I appear to be stuck. Well, appears we have to do this after all. Maybe. Brought out the original Atelier girls for this. Expensive to run them in a full team like this, but who cares, it's just oil. There's no kill like overkill. Yay!
どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。私がやるわ。
Pseudo alchemical weapon hermit crab. That didn't last long.
栄光を私は
The Skynexus Tower's L1 area, which mainly, forget it, it's broken down so it doesn't matter. Purity. Okay. What's the required stage? Well, I guess all we can do is proceed. Alright, here's the boss. Does this let us move on? Pseudo alchemical weapon horse. Again, didn't last long. Still locked. Well, let's run this and see if I can continue. Ooh, we're fighting level 50s with level 120s. This is seal clubbing.
どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。大勝利。どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。一気当選だ。へい、大勝利。どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。一気当選だ。私がやるわ。私は
There's the boss. Alright, well, this unlocked the materials area.
どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。私がやるわ。見かけたら使えますね、セリさん。一気当選だ。私がやる。私は
Oh, materials are still locked. We're up to level 65. This is a city ruins, and who do you think wrecked it? Also, if you want the treasure I left, you have to go looking for it. Purity. Oh wow, the patch notes on the wiki are over a month old. That's not a good sign. Yep, nothing since the end of last month. That's not a good sign. I didn't even have the PR8 girls even on here. Crud, that's not a good sign. So it comes up when I search for it. Huh. Also, watch for hoping the wiki would give me a clue. Well, that's not good. Materials paid. What's the required stage? Okay. Yeah, but I don't have any materials. Nothing. Huh. Well, let's keep going. See if this unlocks it.
私がやるわ。大勝利。どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。私がやる。大勝利。次は私がやる。私がやるわ。一気にやっちゃうよ。私がやるわ。
Hey, sure, Nui, can I get a discount? No? Bummer.どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。私がやる。私がやる。一気当選だ。一気にやっちゃうよ。一気当選だ。それ、覚悟せい。こんにちは。大勝利。私がやる。一気にやっちゃうよ。かげろう型に大勝利。 Here's the boss. And while completing this stage, unlock the materials tab.
どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。私がやるわ。私がやるわ。一気当選だ。私がやるわ。互いに死ぬわ。私がやるわ。私がやるわ。覚悟せい。私の力、私が見せてあげるわ。こんにちは、指揮官さん。マッコールでいいよ。寝たり、ぼーっとしたり、あとアイスを食べたりすることが好き。大勝利!
Data mine page doesn't have anything. Hey, materials is unlocked. Okay. So what do we need?
おかえり、指揮官さん。使えそうなのはどうしよう。
Tower crystal or an energy core. Okay. Okay, yeah, this has the stuff. So they immediately have to drain these stages for the materials? Wonderful.
私がやるわ。こんにちは、指揮官。大勝利。次は私がやる。私は
Haven't gotten a refresh on the loading screens in a little while. Kind of surprised they didn't do anything loading screen wise for this event. Still no boss. Hey, there's a boss. Alright, let's kick your butt and hopefully we get the materials we need. Sweet alchemical weapon hermit crab. Hooray! Okay. Now the question is, did we get enough? The heck is that? Okay. Not gonna worry about it. Wait, what? Oh, come on. They just had to make this complicated. Alright. Yay, we unlocked the story. Once the energy tuner was placed in the designated location, the elevator roared to life. You made that complicated little device in an instant. That wasn't an instant. Alchemy is incredible. Teach me alchemy, Master Yumia. Me too. Can you feel the pseudomon around us, Fushun? Feel what? It isn't quite the same as the mana I use for alchemy, but you can't even sense the pseudomana, then it's going to be difficult for you to imitate my style. Aw, man. Cheer up. Onward and upward. Wait, if we're gonna climb, then what do we do about the ship? I'll just have to leave it. I have an idea. We get a whole ton of logs, line them up on the beach, and we haul the ship up with ropes. So we're out of agreement. We leave the ship as is. Our way was by ship, and I'm guessing the way out will be too. Shoot. Here I thought the ship traveled by land plan might actually be a genius. Dots. What about the supplies in the rest area? Should we take them? Yeah, sign doesn't say anything about them being off limits. Here, you can't complain if we pilfer the whole place dry. There are a few things I'd like to take. Lenya, can you help me? Oh, okay. I'm happy to help you, Mia. Alright. I need a quick break. I will be right back. Alright, we are back. 2-1, Lake of Abundance. Chapter 2, Abundance Stratum. Height above sea level, approximately 2 kilometers. Oh wow, we've gone up quick. When the party took the elevator above the tower's entrance area, a gleaming blue lake came into view. Another sign spotted! The lake is at its peak water level. This water's potable and tasty fish inhabit it. Tasty fish, eh? We were so busy repairing that elevator, we forgot to eat. Camping time! We should set up the camp by the lake. Oh, camping. Let's go fishing up some grub, mateys. We'll need people to collect firewood, set up tents and the like, or do you think we can build shelter with the fish? Now go get the firewood. Vizsla, the forest might be dangerous. I'll go with you. Yay, kindling buddies. Not much of a fisher, but I can bet you 10 or 2. Not gonna go there. I set up plenty of camps in my time as work. Let me help you out. I'll help too. Great, with our combined powers, we'll build the fanciest tent ever seen. Now it's fast. You want a sturdy tent, not a pretty one. Nods. Okay. Well, you just tell me what to do, boss. Does that mean the rest of us are fishing? Well, let's hop to it. Just you wait. First catch is going to be mine. A fishing competition with treasure hunters. Count me in. That does sound like fun. Can I join? Shortly after. Wahahaha! Check out this catch. Now do you see? You never had a chance. How am I supposed to beat that? Yumia, status report. I'm doing fine, I guess. By the way, I cooked this a little while ago for the survey. Please give it a taste. Hey, everything in this meal really come from the lake? But aren't there chestnuts in it? That's right, I fished up some pretty big ones just the other day. You fished up chestnuts? Yeah. Okay. In the finished tent, everyone showed off their cooking skills and enjoyed a luxurious lunch together. After a sufficient rest period, they continued their exploration. Now, entering the Forest of Abundance. I see another purity signs. What does it say this time? There's lots of good food in the Forest of Abundance, and you can harvest weird materials from the treetops. Weird materials? I'll try harvesting them. 1, 2, and... Yumia smacked a tree with her staff, causing many spherical objects to fall. Oh, they're just ordinary uni. Huh? Huh? Ordinary uni? Do those come from trees? Well, normally, yeah. Okay. Meadow of Abundance. Beyond the Forest of Abundance, the group happened upon a vast grassland. What a huge meadow. Slammy and I can use Porcelain to explore the area if you'd like. All we need is something that goes fast that everyone can ride, right? Lucky us, I brought just the thing. Gallant produced a huge sled from a rigging storage container. Something that goes fast. Come to think of it, on my last adventure with Bristol, I borrowed a dual-hand with an internal power source. I think I forgot to give it back to her. Here it is! Bushin suddenly disappeared into the suit of armor. Why do you girls carry those things around with you? Portsmouth and I don't typically travel by land, so we didn't bring anything of the sort. Neither do we. I can just run as fast as I can. No, that would be too hard. 2 more people can fit on my sled. That leaves 3. Wait a second. Aha! There's the ATV I brought from our last topological survey. Finally, an actual vehicle. I bet this bad boy can fit 3 of us easy. Everyone up for a race? Yeah, I'll be the spooky ghost chasing everyone. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. Withered meadow. Oh my. All the plants here are contaminated. Careful, everyone. The still water here is extremely corrosive. I'll gather a few materials for analysis. Source of this contamination might be nearby. Let's proceed with caution. Poison River. Corrosive liquid is flowing through this river. Is this what contaminated the meadow? I'll analyze the river. Hey, what if we fished here? Can we catch fish in this river? We might be able to. I caught one. It doesn't look edible. Is this a poison puffer? Yeah, it tracks with the state of the river. You already caught one? Man, if Wan Chan saw this. Can we eat it? Come on, that clearly isn't edible. That's right, this isn't food, but it is useful for alchemy. Abandoned village. After following the poisonous river upstream, the party arrived at an abandoned settlement. As the name suggests, this village has been abandoned, signed to purity. What was even the point of this sign? Yumia, the river source is that huge waterfall. I think the corrosive water must be coming from there too. It's like a lake of poison. We have to find out how to get past this. If we can't go in the water, how about I go and get that ship? Great idea. Bad idea. Why not just deploy our riggings? We're ship girls, so we don't need a ship. Deploy riggings? Can someone explain? Basically, it's this. With a dazzling flash of light, the rigging on Gallant disappeared. In its place, a single destroyer appeared upon the lake. That is amazing. Wow, you summoned that huge ship in the blink of an eye? How'd you do that? How did you do that? If I could do that, I wouldn't have to buy ships all the frickin' time. That's a tough question. I sure don't know the answer either. Lake of Rot. The girls boarded the destroyer and sailed onward, eventually finding a sign floating on the water. Even leaving signs out on this huge lake. That girl's wild. This is the Lake of Rot. The water quality is terrible, and the fish are inedible. Look out for the monster attacks. Monster attacks? What do you mean from the giant group of monsters? Right over there? Heh, an army of monsters. And it's finally time to whip out the big guns befitting of an adventure. Did she just transform? Oh, I'd be scared if I were the enemy. What do you call that shape-shifting ability of yours? This? It's called retrofitting. Let's go! Oh, someone's got missiles. And there's Amity firing cannonballs. Pseudo-alchemical weapon horse. Kaboom! Defense 1, attack! Fire port side cannons. I'm locked on. Time to finish this. Save some for me. I've got a hit there with their name on it. Take this and that. Take all of it. All cannons fire! Kaboom! Faced with the team's motley yet effective synergy, all the monsters blocking the path were eliminated. Nice work, team. Managed to get some materials from the monsters. Materials that we'll need to make those riggings. Although it looks like we're going to need more. Let's keep taking out monsters and move through the lake. Alright, 2A, Sky Nexus Tower, L1 area. The girls sailed on, collecting materials from the fallen monsters as they went. Eventually, they came upon another section of tower that reached for the clouds. Naturally, Purity had left another sign. This is the Sky Nexus Tower's L1 area, which mainly, forget it. It's broken down, so it doesn't matter. They moved on, following the breadcrumb trail of signs along the road, until they arrived at another rest area. Shortly after, the safe and comfy rest area. I've read the instructions on all the signs. We just have to keep doing what we're doing, adjust the energy tuner, reactivate the elevator, and proceed to the next floor. Thanks for doing the reading. Now why don't you come here and rest? Wait, what? There's an entire hot spring in this rest area. Ooh, hot spring episode. Yep, even though it's got the same name, everything's completely different on the inside. So Puri likes to change up the interior for each base. I've obviously never met her, but I think I know what kind of person she is. Anyway, it's safe to say there will be another even bigger lake of rat at the waterfall's source. There will no doubt be more monsters living there too. For now, let's recover our strength so we can be prepared for tomorrow's journey. Oh, Sky Nexus Tower Energy Tuner 2.
Okay. 使えそうなのは
That's the third one.
使えそうなのは
Probably do this one. Well, I mean, it means you can't just skip the combat and do the story and vice versa, but it's still strange. Oh, I guess we'll take a second and do a little bit of housekeeping. Alright, housekeeping complete. Let's see if we can move on.
オンの大勝利。どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。一気当選だ。私がやるわ。一気にやっちゃうよ。私がやるわ。はじめまして。大勝利。
Oh, let's head up here. Hopefully this is the last fight before the boss. There we go. Hopefully this will unlock the next chapter of the story. It's the horse again. Alright, let's see if we can make this thing now. Hooray! Three one Sea of Rot. Chapter 3, Rot Stratum. Height above sea level, approximately 4 kilometers. The following day, the girls employed the same method as last time to activate the elevator in the L1 area. Aside from the fact they were getting further and further away from the treasure hunters' duo ships, everything was going quite well. This is the Sea of Rot. Yeah, we'll see. You can't pass through it because it goes on forever. Just go by land. Saying that just makes me want to explore that sea even more. Agreed, we just may get back to the sea, so I'm not too keen to be stuck on land again. Personally, I don't mind one or the other. Okay, let's go the way opposite of land, into the seas we're out of deep waters. So we're not going to listen to Purity. Okay. That was a waste of a missile volley. And we're up against a destroyer jellyfish, huh? That was super effective. This fog, it's getting thicker and thicker. Does it remind anyone else of how it looked like when we first ended up here? Maybe. There's a chance this will bring us back home. Something tells me it won't be quite that easy. Eyes ahead! Massive unknown structure sighted. Wait, isn't that the area we set off from? The tower is all one area? And it seems we've gone in a circle. I knew it wouldn't be that simple to leave this place. On the bright side, we gathered a bunch of useful materials. We did? Oh, at least we got something out of this. You got enough to make some riggins now? Not quite. I have plenty of ingredients, just not all the right ones. Some of them will need to be procured from the monsters on land. Well, sounds like our only option is to get back on land. I was hoping we get to break the mold with this adventure, but oh well. Forest of Rot. Here lies the Forest of Rot. There are loads of poisonous things here, and some monsters even swoop down from above. Terrible place to be. Purity's always leaving signs along the paths we're likely to travel. Is this a signature skill or something? This environment is certainly a step down from before. Not to mention there are more enemies to fight. I suggest we go back and get ourselves ready before we continue. Aye. Me and your running dentistry low on cannonballs. Best thing would be to go back and resupply. We're a wee bit frugal, you see, and we don't usually go around hauling loads of stuff. The cannonballs you need, I might be able to make something using simple synthesis. Simple synthesis? What's that? It's a simple type of alchemy. It can be done anywhere. It can be used to make ammunition, bandages, and things to use in combat. One small issue. We use cannonballs, not bullets. Well then, when I got the recipes for the rings, the data for the ammunition they used was also listed. Cannonball is more or less like a large bullet, so I think I should be able to manage it with a simple synthesis. Let me give it a try. Ta-da! It's done! You think this will work, Amity? That was quick. Let me fire one. Kaboom. Wow, it actually works. And you really made these using materials we just picked up along the way? Yep. Well, I'll be. Alchemy is incredible. Desert of Death. Such delightful names of these things. This here's the Desert of Death. It's dominated by ruthless winds and sand. Careful not to die here. Mwahaha. Careful not to die here. Mwahaha. Ah, you really sound like a villain. Purity hit the nail on the head with that name. This place really does remind me of death. Before we move on, we should prepare ourselves for a sandstorm. We also have to be on the lookout for snakes and scorpions hiding in the sand. While they are top-rate materials, one bite or sting from them could spell disaster. Snakes and scorpions, you say? That reminds me, according to the old miracle remedy recipe I got ages ago, those make for perfect ingredients. I know the one. Besides those two, you can also use centipedes and the like. Centipedes? Yeah, but there's a bunch from around here, you know. That makes this place more like a desert of treasure than a desert of death. By miracle remedy, do you mean the liquid in the bottle you sometimes take out? That's the one. Wanna try it? Oh, thanks, but no thanks. Anyway, let's keep moving. We'll cross the desert and gather materials on the way. Alright, I'm gonna nab you some ingredients. Okay. 3-4, abandoned outpost. Numerous ruins up ahead. And there's a sign, as expected. This is an abandoned outpost that belonged to the great forerunner Purity. The area beyond this point is extremely dangerous, so be thoroughly prepared. She's letting her fame get to her head. Let's see how she likes a little rewrite. There! This is an abandoned outpost that now belongs to the Great Queen of Adventure, Fushun. The area beyond this point is extremely dangerous, so be thoroughly prepared. Dots. So we keep going? Hold on a minute, please. The area ahead might actually be dangerous, as the sign says. The road leading to the outpost, it's a concentrated mana-bound area. Since the mana in this world is a lot like the real deal, a concentrated mana-bound area should work the same. I guess you would call it a concentrated pseudo-mana-bound area. Isn't that right, Flammy? Indeed, Yumia. It would be appropriate to refer to this place as a concentrated pseudo-mana-bound area. Teach, I have a question. What is this mana you've been talking about? I've been wondering for a while now, and I haven't seen any trace. Well, you need a rather unique ability to be able to see mana. Well, I can't explain how the pseudo-mana in this place is formed, but I can explain a thing or two about regular mana. When a life returns to the earth, the memories and feelings etched into their soul turn into mana that build up in the land. Alchemists are able to take this mana and directly control it, in a way. Manipulating mana, creating a recipe from the stored memories, and offering up materials to reconstruct something. That's what alchemy is. So she's basically a necromancer. Mana by itself is an all-purpose source of energy that we use in our day-to-day lives. However, when the mana gets too concentrated, it can have various effects on the human body. When a person without proper protection is exposed to too much mana at once, they might start feeling dizzy or get a headache. In especially bad cases, they could even lose consciousness or worse. An all-purpose source of energy, that sounds quite a lot like the wisdom cubes we use. Although, those exist in the forms of physical cubes, and they can't turn into some invisible matter. Sounds to me like we should explore this concentrated mana-bound area right now. Sure, that'd be great, but it's not that simple. Yeah, it's really dangerous to enter or place with high mana concentrations without protection. Yeah, so, we're not just regular people, we're ship girls. This isn't just regular mana either, remember? While Yumia does have a way to lead us through the mana-bound area safely, he still shouldn't go in recklessly. Fine, in that case, where are we going in, Yumia? It's gotten pretty late. I think we should stay at this outpost until tomorrow. Plus, we've gathered most of the ingredients for the riggings, and I want to finish them by tonight. Later that night, after thorough preparations and a careful synthesis process, it's done. I've finally synthesized the riggings. Well, that looks cool. Look, Flammy, they're so pretty. It's Flammy's belief that these riggings were not created plainly through alchemy. Rather, they also incorporate some unique technology from this world. So it's a product of two different technologies. You pretty also invent it? I'd really love to meet her in person. Knock, knock. Yumia, you got a moment? We have a problem. I just got done here. What is it? This. What's this, a letter? We're setting out on an adventure. Don't worry, we'll be back before you know it. Here's truly Queen of Adventure, Fushun. Oh no, they went to the concentrated pseudo-mana-bound area, didn't they? Probably. Ooh, fancy. By the time we found this letter, those girls were nowhere to be seen. I'd wager they went to the valley not far from here. We gotta go now and save them. They'll put themselves in danger at this rate. Luckily, I just finished our riggings. They'll prove useful on our journey through this world. I also added some handy features. For instance, they have storage space able to fit a lot of cargo and defensive systems similar to a mana core. Oh, so you're saying we can move around freely in the concentrated mana-bound area as long as we have these riggings? In theory, yes, although it's possible they'll only protect us from the pseudo-mana in this place, and not the regular mana. And it's interesting how they're so similar, yet subtly different. I'd love to know the principle behind pseudo-mana. Ah, right. Now's not the time to be thinking about it. Let's get ourselves in order and go rescue them. The Great Rift Valley. Yumia, they should be somewhere close. We'll find them any moment now. It's reassuring to have you here, Lenja. Thanks for always helping. Of course, thank you. But by the way, there's another sign over there. You really left him in a place as dangerous as this? Let's have a look. The Great Rift Valley, as you might expect, is a very large valley. Head to the entrance and you'll see how to get through. From Purity. Well, her naming sense leaves us a little guesswork. I found them. All three of them. Over there. Oh no, they're all on the ground. Don't tell me they passed out. Well... This is the perfect plan. Zzz. Time for adventure. Their breathing is stable. They're attacking in their sleep. I think they might just be sleeping. Wow, they really fell asleep in the middle of a concentrated mana-bound area, huh? I suppose ship girls must be really quite different from regular people. 3-6, Sky Nexus Tower L2 area. As the three adventurers awoke, they found themselves in strange new surroundings, prompting much confusion. Warm fireplace and a slick chandelier. Are we back at the port? Maybe never even left the port in the first place and it was all a dream? Dream? No. My adventure into another world couldn't have been just a dream. Hi. Are you girls feeling good? No pain, no nausea. Isla, you're here? Well, yeah. So you're back at the port too? What? What are you talking about? Oh no, don't tell me this is some kind of mana symptom. Yumia, come here, I need you. What's wrong? I think they're experiencing memory problems. Yumia, so you even came back with us. Come again, what do you mean? What's the last thing you can all remember? I was in the corridor leading the office, putting up an under construction sign. I was drafting an adventurous plan to save Hu Yen. And I was writing a 10,000 word long apology while Anshan kept watch on me. Psst, see? Something's up with him. Now this is just a guess, but I think you're having difficulties distinguishing between your dreams and what happened in reality. I have a question, so please listen. Do you remember sneaking off into a concentrated pseudo-mana-bound area on an adventure just a short while ago? An adventure in a concentrated pseudo-mana-bound area? Now that you mention it, yes, it feels like we did. So what you're saying is it wasn't a dream? Then, where are we? We're in the resting room of the L2 area of the Sky Nexus Tower. Wait, the L2 area? How the heck did we get here? What happened to that endless valley? Did we pass through it? We found you near the valley. You'd fallen into a deep slumber as a side effect of the concentrated pseudomana. So we simply brought you back to the outpost. You still hadn't woken up by the time we got back, so we decided to head out and bring you with us. We managed to come all this way safely thanks to the zipline security setup. Aw man, that was such a big and spectacular valley. It was meant to be a challenging chapter along our adventure. Darn you, Purity, you're too helpful. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the help, but it takes all the fun out of an adventure. And we're locked again. Delightful. Okay. Well, let's see. Hopefully this is it.
どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。私がやるわ。一気当選だ。私がやるわ。一気にやっちゃうよ。私がやるわ。はは大勝利。
Oh, that little image is slightly dangerous.
Union の最初のとこ大勝利。
Hopefully this is the last fight before the boss. Kind of surprised we didn't get any skins for the new PR8 girls. Maybe they're saving them for the upcoming anniversary event. Yay, boss. And what's this thing gonna be? It's a jellyfish. Okay, hopefully that's the stuff we needed. Oh, there's another one after this? Okay. Oh, let's take a second and just do this, and hopefully we get what we need without having to do the rest of that bullcrap. Sneaky how the artist got that little image through. Very carefully censored.
どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。私がやるわ。私がやるわ。一気にやっちゃうよ。私がやるわ。大勝利。
Must be the last fight before the boss.
私がやるわ。私がやるわ。私がやるわ。
It's kind of neat how they're incorporating the DePesta girls into this story. There we go. This one looks slightly beefier.
どんな敵でも油断はしないわ。私がやるわ。私がやるわ。
Pseudo alchemical weapon giant. It's a battleship. Well, that didn't hold up any better.
はじめまして。よっと。戦闘終了。
Hopefully that's what we need for...
エネルギー回路。これでいいかな。
Hooray! What's this? Neutralize your fundamental chemicals used frequently in alchemy. All-purpose usable. Okay. Your skin and stuff. So that's for the base building minigame. Makes Flammy appear, increases your AVI, so it's just an aircraft carrier? Excuse me. Alright, my bad. Okay. Let's see if we can keep going in the story. So we've got 10 more chapters to do. Episode 4-1, Haunted Mountains. Chapter 4, Ruined Stratum. Height above sea level, approximately 6 kilometers. The group rode the reactivated elevator up and set foot inside a new area. This is the Haunted Mountain. There are honest to God ghosts roaming around, so it'd be perfect for a haunted house. Shame there wouldn't be any customers. From Purity. Yeah, that is a real shame. Ghosts? I have a bad feeling about this. I see one. Take aim. Fire! Bang. You shot it? Just like that? Well, might be dangerous to just leave it there. Plus, it's a type of monster we haven't seen before, so I might get some new material from it. There's materials to get from something that fades away into nothing? Of course there are. It could be a gas, for instance. Who knows? Might even yield something you can use as a secret ingredient in your miracle remedy. Oh yeah, ha ha ha! It's Ghostbusting time! Come on, lassies, the hunt is on! Okay. City of Ruins. Having collected enough materials to meet their needs, the group left the haunted mountains behind. This is the City of Ruins. Who do you think wrecked it? Also, if you want the treasure all left, you have to go through it. Go looking for it. From Purity. Who wrecked it? Is she hinting that she had a fierce battle with someone here? Maybe with some monsters? Doubt it. Those monsters weren't much of a fight for us, so were they? And while it pains me to admit Purity's firepower is leagues better than ours, then it seems she fought and won if she still had strength to place a sign here. That, to me, suggests we don't have to be very concerned about the enemy. That leaves the treasure hunt as our #1 focus, then. And as everyone knows, ruins without treasure are like fries without ketchup. Oh, I just remembered. Finding treasure is what the Portsmouth and I came here for in the first place. Look, everyone, there's a box over by that wall, if I'm not mistaken. Is it a treasure chest? Well, you're right. It is a treasure chest. And we just need to look for the key. You don't need a key to open it. Let me take care of it. What? But how are you going to open the chest without a key? With chests like this, you can just... Hiya! There. Let's see what's inside. I never considered simply breaking it open. That's right, I should have realized there's no need to look for a key if you can just smash open the chest. Here you go. Here's Hushin share and Portsmouth's adventure share. Take everything you want. Bloody Nora, it's actually treasure. We ought to see if there are any more boxes around. Treasure hunt time! Let's go! Oh boy, they all ran off. It's more efficient to split up. Alright, Nexus Tower L3. This is the L3 area of the Sky Nexus Tower. It leads to the Sky Nexus Peak, your last battle before the final showdown. You know the drill, head straight for the elevator. We're finally almost at the end. I don't know when it's coming, but I'm tense for it. Hang in there, Purity. This place is our final battle. That should mean we're getting close to the summit. So far, the elevator's taken us up 3 plateaus. No wonder why they call it the Sky Nexus Tower. It really is reaching for the sky. Yeah, it's a shame that the tower was in ruins by the time we got here. I wish you could have seen it in its original state. It must have been a magnificent sight to behold. Well, we all know what to do. How about we stay the night here, then ascend tomorrow? Good idea. I propose we all do our own things until then. Great Rift Valley isn't far from here, and I want to go adventuring. I mean, you didn't see the zip lines we took earlier, so I doubt you'll be able to cross it. I'd be able to jump across the gap if I really rev the engines on my rigging. What if you don't? Will your rigging handle the impact if you fall? Probably not. And I'd reconsider that idea if I were you. I was just kidding anyway. All I really want to do is see the edge and snap some pecs. Speaking of the rift, I'd actually like to see more of it. You mind if I come with? Be my guest. Let's go on an adventure, you and me. Just don't be too long out there. And I already unlocked it, so hooray! 5-1 Sky Nexus C. Chapter 5, Sky Nexus Stratum. Height above sea level, approximately 8 kilometers. I imagine the air's getting thin. And it's stormy. Ah, sea breeze, crashing waves, treasure hunter's only truly free if she's riding on the open seas. Agreed. I've had enough of running around on land. Hang on. We're really high up, even higher than the clouds. What's the sea doing all the way up here? Did you forget about the Sea of Rot from earlier? This is just how ancient ruins work. Don't think too much about it. Anyway, you all have riggings now, but you've never set sail like us before. Now's a perfect opportunity. Time to get used to your new fighting style. Giant barrier. Looks like we can't go any further. The buildings up ahead are naturally well preserved. Is it because of this barrier? I know something especially odd. I don't know if you girls noticed, but there aren't any signs left by Purity around here. Didn't that last sign say something about a final showdown? Stuff in the barrier doesn't show any traces of conflict, and there aren't any signs. So you don't think? Let's not jump to conclusions. For now, let's investigate everything. This barrier is entirely made up of pseudomana. There might be a way to dispel it. I'll give it a try. Yumia put her hand on the barrier and sensed the current of pseudomana coursing through within. When she did, a new scene appeared to her. Inside a storm, an army of steel fiercely attacked the barrier. This barrier is pretty weird. It's not the product of normal technology, that's for sure. Did a concept from the outside make it or something? Like alchemy? If so, something like from that world might tell me how to get rid of it. Let's go take a look. What is this? Did the memories in the pseudomana just manifest as an illusion? This is really unlike the mana I know, yet it's interesting. Is that person Purity? Hello? Hey, thanks for guiding us all this way, okay? What am I doing? Okay, back to work. Core District. I'm done. We should be able to move on now. With those words from Yumia, the group was transported into a city made of steel. Hey, why did we just suddenly get warped into the middle of the city? I don't know. I didn't do anything special. All I did was slightly retune the pseudomana constituting the barrier. I've got it. This is a mirror C, a siren invention. We entered as soon as you dispelled the barrier. I knew these ruins were tied to sirens somehow. Did you say C? But how can this be a C if we're inside a city? Good question. The answer is, I don't know. I see. 5-4, Sky Nexus Tower top. Look, girls, there's also a section of tower here. Seems to be the top. It's completely intact, too, unlike every other place we've seen so far. There's another barrier sailing off the entrance. Another one? Alright, I'll have a look and see what data is recorded in it. Purity stared fixedly at the entrance at the top of the tower. Here we go again. The enemies and the layout on the way here. They weren't how Observer usually does things. Heh. First there was the virtual tower with some weird connection to the Arbiters. Now there's a shady ass Sky Nexus Tower. Is this your doing, DOS? 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 Does it ring any bells for you? Nope! I've certainly never heard of it. What about it? I think it may be very well the enemy we're fighting. That's what Purity said. I mean, we've come this far, and I don't think there's any turning back at this point, so... Bang! Yumia suddenly fired a shot, causing a folded-up ladder ahead to drop down. I expect this next battle will determine whether we get to go home or not. Let's get ourselves pumped and ready. Whoa, that's a sick way of bringing down a ladder. Gotta take notes. It's bound to come in handy on my next adventure. It's the final showdown. Da 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 da. With their guards up, yet their curiosity unmasked, the group rapidly ascended to the top of the tower. Unlike all the previous times, there was nothing dividing the area at the top into clearly distinct zones. There was simply a vast space covered with water, and buildings dotting the landscape like islands. Even the expansive space overhead wasn't divided into strata like previously, extending all the way into the water to the highest point, an artificial sky shining like a green star. To think that space this vast could exist inside a building. Sirens really possess some incredible technology. They sure do. It's not so nice when they're your enemy, though. Creating technology is incredible in its own right. You think so? I'd say alchemy is more wow-worthy. No, I really think rating is for more impressive technology. There's still so much I really don't know about them. If we go by that metric, then alchemy is easily the more impressive one. Because I don't know the first dang thing about it. Ha 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 ha. Hey, the gang's all here. Everyone, be careful. I think our opponent's right over there. Dots. Are you that DOS we heard about? Then it's you who arranged this event, I mean, this evil scheme. Dots. So you admit it. But she didn't even say anything. Her silence means she isn't denying it. I guess? Dots. Be on your guard, she's coming right at us. Just have to take this wee ruined guardian out. Then we resume our treasure hunt. Be careful, everyone. Ordering unit sword to resist. Its HP bars are dropping like a waterfall. Kaboom! Faced with a group's coordinated attacks, it wasn't long before the enemy succumbed. Nice teamwork. That's a wrap. Yumia, the enemy's wreckage. Something's happening to it. Wait, the surrounding Pseudomon is starting to get chaotic. I think it's... A field of burning wreckages littered the sea's surface. They were most concentrated in the center, where two figures stood facing one another. So you, an experiment program, have developed a personality and aspirations. How fascinating. Care for a rematch? I'm such an idiot. I already knew the Arbiters were going to be tough opponents. I just didn't think the DOS would be such a handful. This is hopeless. I can't even scratch her. It's come to this, there's only one choice left. To blow myself up. Whoever comes after me, I wish you luck. Boom. I see. Huh. Yumia! Yumia! Isla? What is it? You just froze up all of a sudden. You didn't even react to being in the air, so I got pretty worried. You okay? Thanks, I'm fine. I just wish it witnessed another fragment of the past, I think. Wait, what'd you say? In the air? Right now? Yeah, we're flying, Yumia. The group rode an ascending air current above the top of the tower, soaring through the sky. All the previously scattered areas of the tower too rose up one by one, shaking violently while they recomposed. The sky next to this tower is rebuilding itself. Does that mean we did it? We won? Under the green light, the figures of all the members of the group became blurrier and blurrier. Looks like it. Now we should all be able to go home. Hang on, where's our treasure? I haven't had a proper gander of our booty yet. Portsmouth Adventure, you've got plenty of booty. Plus, we can't leave like this. Our ship, we still need our ship. Way! Episode S4 Epilogue. When the light subsided, a world of beautiful blue skies and quiet seas lay before the party. This isn't Aldous, is it? Oh, our communications with the port are restored. Are we in the seas near the port? Ah, crap. Chang Feng's on the phone. Could you answer for me, pretty please? I have a call from Anchan, too. Nina, you're so smart and pretty. Why don't you answer instead? Oh, if you insist. Said this was a phone? How do you use it? Warspite's about to give me a tongue lashing too. Flammy, you're a super high-spec independent survey assistance device, aren't you? You're the perfect candidate to answer the phone. First, Flammy will need to perform a scan on this object referred to as a phone. Wait. I thought we'd gone back to our homeworld from the Skynexus Tower, but I guess we were in a totally new place? This is kind of bad, isn't it? Yeah, a little. It's cool. Now that we're in contact with the party again, there's nothing to worry about. Because our port is used to entertaining guests from other worlds. And we have experience getting people home safe, too. Yep, we do lots of collabs. You mean it? Well, I'd love to take a look around before we go home, especially if it's full of ship girls like you. Our adventure isn't over yet. Welcome, Aldous research team, to our humble little port. Episode 5, Epilogue to the Epilogue. While the Aldous research team and adventure team made way for port in a different sea area. Wait up, my ship's still in back. Ahem, settle down, Portsmouth. What is that floating over there? Is that a ship? No, 2 ships? Did we make it back, ships and all? Thank God. I had tons of treasure on that ship. Yeah, we and our ships have made it back safely. And the treasures we got from those ruins are still here. For real? Hell yeah! We're getting rich today. All this loot in hand, how about we head back to Tempesta HQ and show off a little? I don't see why not. Let's regale them with stories of the adventure we've had. Treasure hunters we be, wild and free. Onward we rampage to where the storms rage. Anchors away, we set sail today. The Alchemist and the Tower of Horizons. End. Neat. And I got my wisdom cube. So that's the story. Okay, fine. Making good progress on PR8. Hi, Hindenburg. I think you're a little much. There. Okay, I would say that it's time for some polls. Let's clear out my dock space. Let's get rid of these. Just so I have room for 10 polls. Alright, so we've got 4 SRs. With the redhead being a 0.5. Oh, they did fancy little graphics for the collab. Pensacola, Vogue, Chicago, Pensacola, Shropshire, Suffolk, Northampton, Suffolk, Northampton, Vogue. Well, fail for that 10 poll. Chicago, Portland, Northampton, Ranger.
もいいですか?
Okay, she's cute. Wellick's Assault increases the ship's reload and accuracy by 15%. Every 10 times the ship fires your main guns. If there's an enemy within 30 units, performs a spinning edge attack. If there's no such enemy, performs a wide slash attack. Okay. So in other words, put a quick firing gun and she does melee attacks. Neat. Pride of the Whelks. When the ship fires your main gun, accumulates 2% environmental mana. When the ship fires your main guns with 10% or more mana, it spends 10% mana and gains 1 stack of throwing dagger, stacked up to 5 times. Here's the ship's firepower, torpedo, and evasion by 3% for each stack of throwing dagger the ship has. Every 20 seconds, when the ship is in the mana surge status, spends all stacks. Maximize mana surge, lion-hearted, spells mana for 15 seconds. This increases the ship's damage dealt to enemies below 10% HP by 10%. So in other words, equip a fat quick firing gun and she does special things. Got it. Oh, they want to fluff the tail and give her head pats. So, not terrible. Norfolk. Norfolk again. Shropshire. Hermes. Shropshire. Okay. I've got room for one more temple. Oops. So we've got one with 3 to go. Is the first girl one of them? No, it's Sister Sarah.
あれ、ここどこ? ユーステラでもましてやアラディスでもない。すみません。どなたかは存じませんが、この世界のことを教えてくれませんか? 私はユミアリースフェルトって言います。錬金術師をしていて。で、錬金術ってわかりますか?
Neat. So she's an aircraft carrier with a really high AVI stat. Neat. Alchemy of Taboo and Hope. Taboo? Every 10 seconds, randomly selects and activates one random effect among the ship's equipped items and performs a snipe attack. There's an enemy within 65 units of the ship when it activates. Instead performs rapid fire against the closest enemy and inflicts armor break. Neat. The Alchemist of Memories increases the ship's AVI and accuracy by 15%. Good skill. When the ship launches an airstrike or performs a special attack, gains 1 stack of mana flow. When the effect of an Alchemist Yumia Collab character's equipped item activates, spend 1 stack of mana flow and improves that item's effect. When the ship performs special attacks, it sizes ammo for the special attack based on the armor type of the target. Neat. She's doing a kick. 1 step toward tomorrow. Every 5 seconds uses piercing arts or strike arts against a random enemy. When the effect of a collab character's equipped item activates, accumulates 25% environmental mana. When environmental mana is at 50% or higher, or when the ship is in the mana surge status. Every time the ship performs a special attack, it additionally performs synthesize, improves special attack, and gains a stack of mana flow. Neat. Okay, Washington, what say you? Collab both? Yeah, no. Bad, Washington, bad. Shropshire. Chicago.
はーい、私はニーナ。調査団に所属する。って、どうやらその辺は説明しても仕方ないわね。それにしても、これからどうしたらいいのかしら。え？家に来いって？あらあら。
Oh,
そういう
God.
こと言っちゃっていいの？
She just RR'd us. Well, I guess my impression of their voice was too far off. I knew she'd be somewhat deeper than the others. Blazing Trigger. Increases the ship's firepower by 10% every 5 seconds or when the ship's main gun finishes loading. Accumulates mana when the ship fires her main guns. 70% chance to fire a barrage. If there's anyone 65 chances. Changes the barrage fired every 20 seconds. Fires a slashing barrage. This is a battleship. Okay. Very high firepower stat. Every time the ship's main guns finish loading, gains 2 stacks of battle rate. Can be stacked up to 10 times. And increases the ship's accuracy and main gun crit rate by 2% for every stack she has. The ship has 5 or more stacks. Multiplies the environmental mana accumulated by the skill Blazing Trigger by 1.5. Another ship in your fleet scores a hit with her main or secondary guns. A 2% chance for Nina to additionally gain 1 stack of battle rate. If said ship is a Alchemist Yumia Collab character, the action chance of this effect increases to 35%. Neat. Okay, Washington degenerates. Oh, I missed it. Ah, well. Houston, London, Langley, Shire. Okay. So we're just missing the .5 character. All right.
今日も張り切っていきましょう。
Okay. Bad. No. Bad. Bad Washington.
今日も
Okay. I'm willing to toss 10 more 10 pulls at the redhead, but that's it, because she's the 0.5% girl. Norfolk. Ranger. Portland. Bogue. Langley. Suffolk. Norfolk.
あんたが好きかも。
Chicago. Kent.
ユニオンの最
Ranger.
初
Number 2.
はじめまして。
Portland.
はじめまして。
Portland.
おはよ
Suffolk.
う。へへへ。
Long Island.
あれ
Another Yumia. Norfolk.
君はこの簡単
Pensacola. Bogue.
はじめまして。
Portland.
新たに
Langley. Alright, last 10 pull. In case anyone's wondering, I don't toss a lot of cubes at the 0.5% girl Suffolk.
私
Because you can either get her from a drop or buy her in the shop.
あんたが
Typically,
好きか
I'm able to get her as a drop.
栄光をか新たに
Langley,
サギュ
Shakoof,
ーインディペンデンス級の
Princeton
プリンスユニオンの最
Ranger.
初
And that's it. So we're not going to chase anymore after the 0.5 girl, because that's a waste of resources. So let's see. Perfect. Oh, I still have one more spot. We'll stick someone in there for the moment. How about you? Actually, side note. Aw, she's crying. Okay, the bath surprises her. Ah, she likes sitting and chatting. And, oh, she's happy sleeping. That's cute. Likes head pats. Kind of neutral in the bath. Oh, she's happy. Look at her go. No, she's kind of just chilling. She's happy sleeping. Ooh, look at her go. And her chibi has physics. Great! She does not like being picked up. And she's not too happy in the water. Cool. Okay. Well, that was the Alchemist in the Tower of Horizons event. I'm glad everyone that came by to join me. Good luck with your polls, and I hope you enjoy the event. Thank you, and goodbye.